Thanks for joining St. George News at 8. I'm Scott Beadle. 48-year-old man allegedly told police he was on his way to sell meth to multiple people Thursday evening and was subsequently arrested. Tracy Lee Iman was stopped by the Washington County Drug Task Force. He was pulled over and taken into police custody after authorities allegedly located several baggies of meth in the vehicle. Iman allegedly admitted there was more than half an ounce of meth in the car. Police say a search of his home also uncovered other illegal substances. He was released from custody on $10,000 bail and is scheduled to appear in court on June 5th. A Moab man is dead after falling over 300 feet during a base jump on Tuesday night. 34-year-old Seth Graham was alone when he attempted the jump along a stretch of the Colorado River off of State Route 128. Just before 9 p.m., a person on a Canyonlands by Night riverboat tour witnessed Graham's fatal jump from a 320-foot high cliff above the Goose Island recreation site. Crews located Graham's body and determined that he died as a result of his injuries. Base jumping is considered significantly more dangerous than skydiving. It involves parachuting or wingsuit flying from tall structures at lower altitudes than skydiving. A family of 5 is back home safe after being reported missing during an excursion down the Virgin River. The family set out to float down the river on tubes from Bloomington down to Cedar Pocket in Arizona on Monday. However, due to misjudging the depth of water, the family ended up walking much of the way. Other family members reported them overdue to St. George police. Search crews set out to find them. A Mojave County Sheriff's deputy soon located a Ford Escape belonging to that family near the river in the Cedar Pocket area, then saw 3 people walking in the river and verified all 5 members of the family were uninjured. Authorities do want to take this opportunity to remind people and groups who intend to trek the backcountry to share their plans and prepare ahead of time, including packing extra food, water, and gear. A big award for a Bureau of Land Management employee. Clay Stewart with the Kanab Field Office has received the prestigious Making a Difference Award for his contributions to the agency's volunteer program. Stewart was among 5 individuals honored nationally for outstanding volunteer service or leadership on BLM public lands. Stewart manages a committed group of community volunteers who have patrolled one of the BLM's most recognized and popular recreation sites, the Wave, for the past 4 years. The Red Cliffs Desert Reserve Visitor Center is giving families something to celebrate this summer. A new story and craft series with desert tortoises, Tank and Chip. The series is on Fridays in June and July. Children and their families can learn about a variety of desert animals with Tank and Chip. They'll hear a story and then do a craft about unique animals, from Gila monsters to scorpions. Those crafts are recommended for kids ages 4 and up, but younger kids are still welcome to come with their parents. Space is limited and reservations are required. You can call Lacey McIntyre at 435-256-6313. More Trump associates are being caught in the web of the Russia investigation. Former campaign advisor Carter Page is demanding that Congress allow him to testify immediately, and the president is once again tweeting. Lana Zach is in Washington with the latest.
Democrats are pushing back on allegations that they're delaying the public testimony of Carter Page, a former foreign policy advisor for the Trump campaign. Page sent a letter to the Intelligence Committee reiterating his eagerness to have an open meeting to address what he called false or misleading testimony about him. The president tweeted his support for Page Wednesday morning, once again calling the investigation a witch hunt. But Adam Schiff, the ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, pushed back, saying the committee intends to review documents before calling witnesses and, quote, the pace of those interviews will be dictated by the needs of the investigation and not the preferences of outside parties. Also haunting the White House, questions about the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and his dealings with a Russian bank known to the FBI as a base for Russian spies, including this one, who is back in Moscow after pleading guilty and spending time in a U.S. prison.
This was an actual trained operative spy operation in New York targeting human assets.
But the president maintains the Russian investigations are a lame excuse by Democrats for why they lost the election, a sentiment echoed by Russian President Vladimir Putin. He told reporters the allegations against his government are a fictional excuse by those who lost the election.
Meteorologist Kim Walker has your Southern Utah forecast coming up next.
The weather tonight is brought to you by Town & Country Bank, where banking is a simple pleasure.
Welcome back, everyone. Another hot day across our region. Temperatures climbed into the 90s and even 100 in Mesquite. In Las Vegas, just to our south, it was 96 degrees. In St. George, 93, and a little bit cooler up to the north in the higher elevations. In Cedar City, it was 85 degrees. So we are going to continue with that trend, especially with that ridge that is still right on top of us, but it will start to shift a little bit to the east. So temperatures will be a little bit cooler by tomorrow. But for tonight, though, we dip down into the 60s, still staying pretty mild, 67 degrees in St. George, Mesquite 68 degrees, and a hurricane around 66, and dropping down into the 40s for Cedar City. So we're going to start off pretty chilly tomorrow, but as that high starts to shift to the east, a trough of low pressure will start to move in, and as it does so, it's going to increase our winds a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit on the breezy side, and it's also going to drop our temperatures just a little bit. The trough of low pressure, just a upper level low that's just bringing cold air aloft, and so that means that will translate into cooler air for us as we make our way into your Thursday. But most of the rain will be well to our east. A few afternoon thunderstorms possible in the Rockies, in Colorado, and also in New Mexico. But I think we'll stay dry for the most part. There could be a stray shower or two like what we had today, but I think that's pretty much it. As that ridge or that trough starts to move to the east, it will take away our rain chances. In the meantime, back in our area, a ridge of high pressure will start to build in again. And so by the weekend, things will start to really warm up. In fact, I'm expecting a lot of places to reach the triple digits. So here's a look at your headlines. Sunny and breezy, a slight dip in temperatures with a stray shower or two, especially with that trough so close to us, and then a bright sun with warmer temperatures on Friday. Over the weekend, uninterrupted sunshine, and we are going to see the possibility of triple-digit temperatures as well. Here's a look at your day planner for Cedar City. Temperatures starting off around 52 degrees, warming up to around 69 degrees by your noon hour, and then 82 degrees by 5 o'clock. So temperatures very mild, just beautiful out there, lots of sunshine. And then in St. George, we are expecting to start off a little bit warmer, 69 degrees, 77 by your lunch hour, and then close to around 90 degrees at 5 o'clock. I think somewhere in between there, temperatures will climb up to the lower 90s. Here's a look at your forecast tonight. Temperatures, or I should say tomorrow, 83 degrees in Newcastle and Enterprise, 80 degrees for the high there, 82 for Cedar City. So it looks like temperatures in the higher elevations a lot cooler than down to the lower elevation areas like St. George, where we will see temperatures around 61 degrees, or I should say 91 degrees, 97 for Littlefield, and in Mesquite about 97 degrees. So temperatures just a few degrees cooler than today. And then we are going to see warming conditions as we make our way toward the end of the work week and into the weekend. So by Friday in Cedar City, look for highs around 86 degrees, climbing to around 90 on Saturday. We drop down a little bit. We do have chances of showers, especially late Monday into Tuesday, so temperatures will remain in the 80s. And here's a look at your forecast for St. George. We are going to be in the lower 90s for Thursday, back into the mid 90s on Friday with plenty of sunshine. And we're going to see lots of sunshine this weekend as well. Temperatures climbing to around 100 for both Saturday and Sunday with that ridge of high pressure in place. And then cooling, I should say, it's not going to be all that cool, but it will cool down just a little bit on Monday and Tuesday with highs back in the 90s.
Yeah, some of those triple digits.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Kim.
Right.
We'll be right back. If you've ever dreamed of owning your own town, the whole thing, well, here's your chance. Welcome to Aladdin, Wyoming, population 15. Nearly the entire town is up for sale, virtually all of the commercial type property. That includes the Aladdin store that dates back to the 1800s, a cafe, a motel, gas station, and post office. It's a popular place for bikers headed to the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in South Dakota. The previous listing price was $1.5 million, but with no takers, the owner decided an auction, which begins Friday, might get a little more attention. Thanks for watching.